Hey guys, it's For Reason here, and I am bringing you the third and final part of my ultimate speedrun tutorial for Rehydrated. If you haven't seen the first two parts, the links are in the description, and also there should be a pop-up right now. Go watch those before you see this, because there are some strats and stuff that we will use in this that have been covered in the earlier tutorials. I'll still explain them a little bit, but I would definitely recommend watching those to get the full learner's guide. But anyways, this episode we're going to deal about Hub 3, which is this area right here. So that means we're going to do the graveyard, Kelp Forest, and then some tips and tricks about how to do the final boss fight. So let's go ahead and get started with Kelp Forest. Okay, so when you spawn in Kelp Forest, your immediate reaction is to go forward, but you want to hop on this box right here and then do a double jump up to here. You can get on top of this taxi sign, and then you just want to do another double jump over to this platform, and then over here you can go in, and then basically we're going to be doing Kelp Forest backwards, if that makes any sense. So as you can see, we're right here at the start of the slide. Now we actually have a way to skip the slide instead of doing it all the way through, since that takes too long. Once you get in, you just want to jump over as I just did. It'll spawn you back down here. This box won't be unlocked, so you want to make sure you go over and lock it, and then go ahead and jump in. Now you want to go ahead and start the challenge. You should see a timer up the thing that says, I think, 101. I don't have it since I've already completed it, but you want to go over here and change to Patrick with that timer still on the screen. If that timer's still on the screen, then you want to change back to SpongeBob. After you change back to Patrick, you're basically just switching characters. Come back over and then start the challenge again. You should see the 101 at the top of the screen still. Now you want to jump in here, and you should still see the 101 at the top. Then you should just jump up there, and then it should say, like, congratulations, you won. You want to get the spatula here before you jump in the box also. Then jump back in the box, and as soon as you come here, he should say whatever he says, and then give you the spatula. So now you just got two quick spatulas, and it's really nice. But if you go back through there, you got to be on top. So where Mermaid Man is, you can go back, and there will be a spatula right here too that you can collect. Now you want to go all the way back to this spatula where you see Barnacle Boy, and then what that will do, it'll go back to the start of this stage. And so now you can unlock this box, and then if you jump, dash, and then it's a weird combination. It's very fast. Basically, you want to headbutt, and then as soon as you get to the apex of your headbutt, you want to hit, swipe, and then you want to ground pound, like that. So if you do that very fast, okay, there should be a sock up there. Sometimes you can get the sock just by doing that. Like, let's say you don't, like, let's say you can't do the move or whatever. It should unlock this box when you do that, so you can collect the sock anyway and just go on your way. Once you go through that door, you should be up here now, and there should be a spatula right here, so go ahead and get that. And then you want to come all the way over here and then activate that box. It'll be a way to get to the another spatula faster. But after you do that, you can just do what I'm doing right now. There should be a button here. There's not for me since I've already done it. Once you hit that button, you want to jump all the way back up here to where this box is, and you want to jump in this box. That should take you to the box that you just unlocked. Then you want to kind of jump over here, swipe, and then jump again, and you should be right here. This box should be open, and there should be a spatula in it. If there's not, then you must have ran out of time or something. There should be a timer on the screen, and you got to get there before the timer ends. Once you're in that, you can run back. It'll spawn you back up here, and you want to spawn as Patrick. We do this because Patrick is the fast when you're running on the ground at a linear speed. Basically, you just, every time you're at Patrick, to go the fastest, you just want to continuously hit on the ground. That way he has the most speed to get stuff. There will be a spatula here you want to get right here, and as soon as you do that, you want to go back to this location right here and spawn as Sandy. Once you're here, you want to go back to the menu and go back to Kelp Forest and go to the first spatula. This is that same glitch that we did earlier for the artwork and also the kids in the beach. So I always like to hit these tikis and stuff. Again, it's just for coins, because coins in this game are very important in the speedrun. And you want to come over here and you should get the spatula from Miss Puff without collecting the kids, because the game is bugged and it'll like think you got it. But basically there's a line of things over here you also want to get. That's just a fast way to get a sock, a little tip. But yeah, I think that's it for Kelp Forest. Okay, so now we're gonna do SpongeBob's Dream. This level is actually one of the tougher levels of the game, so you might want to master it because it'll be important for late game or speedruns. But basically all you want to do is this little leaf thing right here. You kind of want to run at it and double jump and swipe. That way you can get up here without having to do the boxes and stuff. Then you want to come basically line yourself up with that little ring right there. Then you want to do that same headbutt ground pound thing that we did earlier. That way you can get the spatula up there. If you just headbutt, you can't reach it. You have to do the special ground pound move. Then all you want to do after you get that is run all the way up here. Try to avoid this guy as best as possible. Then I'll zoom in on the screen right now, but there's a box over there that's moving. Basically, as soon as it starts moving to the left, you want to jump on the slide. So it just started moving. We're gonna jump over there and then land on that. And now you can just land on this and go to the top right here. Okay, Squidward's Dream is a really tough section, only because of one part in particular, but luckily it's right at the start, so we don't have to worry too much about it if we fail. Basically, you just want to do a double spin jump and then jump as soon as you get to this part of the trumpet. Yeah, as you can see, I hit, basically aim to the head of the trumpet. I don't know if that's the correct terminology, but right where I was, just do that. Right here, we have to do another headbutt ground pound combo like that to get a sock. That way we can have more socks. Basically, for a certain route, you have to get 40 socks, and other routes you have to do 30. So it just depends on your route whether to get that sock or not. It's always a good idea to get extra socks. But right here, you want to wait until this thing is coming at you, and then ground pound, and it'll make you bounce up like that. This part is pretty self-explanatory. You just want to get to the other side as fast as possible. Just test your platforming capabilities. Should be pretty easy. But as soon as you get here, you want to double jump to that, land on this, and then sometimes it's finicky. You gotta kind of time it. But when you spawn in, once you die, it's kind of at the right time. So, but basically, you just want to complete Squidward's Dream right here. Nothing too fancy about this part. Once you pretty much get past the trumpet, then you're pretty much golden. The trumpet's just finicky sometimes. Okay, so this is one of the hardest parts of the game as of this moment. It's called the oil jump. I'm waiting a bit just because I'll need to reset. You need a very good timing for it. But basically, if you spawn here, you got to run up. I'll explain it. There's a video I'll link down in the description explaining it much better than I can. But I'll basically show you what the gist of it is. So as soon as you spawn in, you want to start running. Keep in mind, I did spawn at that location instead of the other location. Once I get here, I do a bubble ball, and you want him to stop exactly where he does, right there. As soon as you get here, you want to line up the bottom, this little thing. You want to line that up as straight as possible with the hamburger and the box down there as possible. It's very important to get that straight line because it'll be very important when you're like timing wise. The next thing you want to do is as soon as the first part of it, his sound starts, you want to start running forward. So I'll tell you when. Now. So that's when you want to start running forward. Let's see if I can get it first try. Like I said, it's a very, very hard thing to do. But line it up. And then it should launch you like that, and then you should get the spatula right there. Just work on the timing and stuff. Again, watch that video. He explained it much better than I ever could. And it's just really good setup. I get it most tries now, but like when I was first starting out, I could like never get it. Okay, the final part that most speedruns do is in Sandy's Dream. What you want to do is that Sandy trick again. Since this is the first time I'm mentioning it in this video, I'll explain it. Basically, you got to jump off the edge and then lasso as soon as you grab the edge, like that. And then you should get an infinite lasso animation like this. Just walk off and then hit this little edge right there and just go straight to the acorn. Hans should pour you in. As long as you go to the acorn, then it should spawn you just like this. Okay, so once you spawn here, there should be a spatula up here. You want to do that same Sandy trick that I did earlier. This one's a little finicky. I think this is the hardest spot to do it in the game. But instead of just walking off and hitting the slide, you want to walk off and then walk back on. That grants us the ability to now go downward like that, instead of just going upward. But you want to make sure you're aiming at the acorn so you can go that way and you don't go backwards. If you don't aim at the acorn, then there's a chance Sandy could go backwards, and you don't want that to happen. But just make your way over here by the flowers. I usually use the flowers to judge that, and then I slide off like that. You want to make your way exactly where I'm going right now, and I usually like to stop right around this trampoline. I make sure to make Sandy go down. I usually wait here until I'm low enough, and then I hit this tiki, and I hit this. If you time it right, you should be able to hit this and knock out all of those guys. There might be one or two left, but usually that's the best way. And then you just wipe up these guys. This guy is the toughest because sometimes he hits you and it's just annoying. If he hits you, make sure, like, so say I get hit, I'll get flung into the air. Make sure you lasso all the way back down. Don't lasso an enemy, because what will happen, like, let's say if I lasso that guy, now I'm stuck at this height. So now I gotta find something to make myself go down, and you might be stuck, so you might have to redo the whole thing, and that's not really fun to do. But yeah, so just make sure you, if you do get hit, make sure you lasso all the way to the ground to avoid a situation like this where you have to restart. Okay, so now we're at the graveyards. I've already walked over here. There's nothing really too special. Right here, there is actually two things that you can do. So if you wanted to, you can stand on this button and then do the headbutt thing and get up here like that. Or if you aren't good at the headbutt thing, then you can stand right here, then headbutt, and then jump, and then hit square. You want to hit, and then it'll throw you off the wall like that. So again, let me show you that again. You know, stand here, headbutt, jump, hit. That way you can get up here the fastest way possible. Okay, so in some runs you might not have the access to the missile because we're skipping the Patrick fight. In this game, if you skip the Patrick fight, you don't get the missile. It's kind of a weird scenario. So right here, you're supposed to hit the green, the thing to get the green slime off. It's already closed on my thing because I've already done it. But let's say it's not. What you want to do, you kind of want to be here right before this little branch thing right here. But you want to start your bolt and kind of aim right there where I did. That wasn't a good one. But right here, I usually try to aim right where I am. That little thing at the bottom left of SpongeBob is a good indicator of where to aim. But if you bubble ball, and then right there, that was a perfect one. It should hit it. And usually I just go until the ball or the ball sound stops. That's a good indicator of when to throw it, and it should work most times. Now there are two ways to get up to here. You can either just headbutt like that, or there are some cases where down there you will actually like purposely kill yourself just to get back up here. What you can do is actually just do a full double jump and make it so you don't even have to do the puzzle. Basically, you don't have to do any of the puzzles in this section. It's pretty nice. Okay, so once you get here, you should be able to come over here to this little slide right here, and notice how I can't go forward anymore. That's actually because there's a platform here that's invisible, and if you jump on it and just looking the same way it goes, you can ride off of it, and then you just want to jump and land right here. It's actually a pretty cool feature, and you can skip that whole section basically. Okay, so in this area, once you're done talking to Squidward, you want to actually come back to the little checkpoint thing, and then do a double jump through there, and you should land on this side. Most runs will make you get this sock in here, so you just do a double jump. It's pretty easy to get in here. You just gotta make sure your camera's right and stuff so you can actually see. Once you're out of that, you can actually double jump up here, and then I got a bag cycle, but you should be able to just automatically go. But you can do that same thing where you just headbutt near the wall, and it should make you go up there. It saves a little bit of time. If you don't do it, then it's alright. Right here, instead of going on that platform and everything, you can actually just double spin jump over here to get to that place so much faster. Okay, so right here, there's actually a really cool trick to get all the way up to the boat. There are two ways to do it. So you can jump in this little window thing and then jump on top of it, and basically what you're trying to do is step on every nut in the wall, and then you can get on that and jump like that. The other way to get on top of that little thing, if you can't get in the window or get up on the window, you can actually go on the side like that and do the same thing. Okay, this part is actually really cool. So what you want to do is make sure you talk to Mr. Krabs first. If you don't talk to him, then you can't teleport back to this area and you have to come all the way back. Trust me, I've done it and it's not fun. But basically you want to come back. I usually go to the third area, but I'm pretty sure you can go to the second one like we've been doing with all of the other ones. But once you do that, go back to the graveyard, go to this spatula right here. It'll teleport you back to that same area. But now you should see a cutscene saying that all the cannons are ready to fire and all this stuff. Basically, we just skipped having to go to the other ship and having to unlock the checkpoint or whatever. So now what you want to do is you want to go exactly where I am right now, bubble bowl, and then jump, and it should launch you up. This was actually a perfect launch because it wasn't too high. But like, let's say if I do it again, it might launch you super far up. Let's see. Basically, you want to be as straight as possible in that, and you want to make sure you land right here to get the spatula here. And then since you did that glitch I just showed you, you can get the spatula right here. Okay guys, well that's pretty much it for the speed run. Now of course there are new routes and new discoveries every day, so these are just the ones that were available during the time of me recording this. I'm sure there are new strategies and stuff, so make sure you look up videos and stuff, but I just wanted to do an ultimate guide of how to do the speed run for everybody to try it. I love to get everybody into the community and stuff. I think it's a very fun experience and a very exciting speedrun. But anyway guys, that's gonna do it for me. I hope you enjoyed this little series, and please let me know if I did miss anything. I'll probably do some update videos once new strats and other stuff comes out. But let me know what you guys thought about this series, if you like kind of this style of video. And of course go subscribe to my YouTube channel and Twitch, where I do speedruns and just chat with people and stuff. But anyway guys, thank you guys so much for watching this series, and I hope you guys learned a thing or two. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later.